All right, chat. Let's get to it. Go through trades week. And then go through the general market conditions, plan week, and then start to think about for here, because I think like the next. Oh shit! I don't even know when my next stream's gonna be. When's my next stream gonna be? 21st? Like my last stream will be the 21st. And then I probably won't stream. I could stream on the 4th. I might not stream the 28th. I could stream the 21st. Never mind. We only maybe be 1 week, but there's no. So it's the 14th today. Probably stream the 21st. So the 21st, I gotta have my year, kind of my year in review. Plus, like, I need to come up with themes for next year. Things I want to trade, like, Bitcoin would have been good if I would have cut it sooner. So that's a lesson learned there. And when half your gains are taken away, maybe you should get out of that trade. Just leave it alone. Like, you don't need to know the rhyme or the reason. You just need to know that it took away half your gains. And that maybe it's not going in the same direction anymore. There's also some different strategies I want to trade, along with nice to do some future trades, because hold on to those long enough, you can get some pretty decent gains. But I don't really know what a future, like, I haven't found something where like there's this high probability that it follows a particular thing, like follow its moving average, you know, how far, like how much leeway do you give it, you know, before the trade is undone. Like, you know, trend lines, to me, it bounces off of trend lines, it doesn't fall through them, it doesn't. You can give it a shot when it does that, but often it just bounces right back and keeps going in the same direction. So really it's like you trade it for continuation. I think that's maybe how you use the trend lines. Maybe I could do that. But we'll talk about that later. Trades. Maybe think about what's next week. Like they're talking, oh, volatility in the market. Talking about the VIX is at like 16. Even with all that movement, FOMC, and all that mumbo jumbo, like I'm reading here, whatever, there's multiple VIX things you can look at. Mine right now says 16. That's not planning for any volatility. And that's like a 30-day reading. VIX is like, there's like a 1-day VIX, and then there's other VIX, but the one I look at here is like a 30-day. Essentially, I think it looks back 30 days at like what the puts are being bought or something like that. Whatever, I do whatever I want, okay? You want to stream? You want to sit here and do this? Talk about your Oracle and GitLab position? Good mood. Reading the news and I had some gray screen when I updated. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if you weren't here. I wouldn't be... I would be forced to ask AI questions. That's what would have happened. Alright, let's just do this, chat. Let's grades. I mean, they're all easy. They're all 0. This one actually. Oh, well, I got it out of the same day, so I think this is ability grade. What was it? Guess I got in, got out of this. To wait for this one. I didn't wait for a pullback enough. What was I waiting for here? Might have been a held this Friday. Cody. This. Let's take a look at. Need to wait for more of a pullback. Yeah. Miracle. Why am I here? Why aren't I entering like up here? Yes, that's something that, well, I mean, I have my criteria for when I enter, but looking back at these, like, well, why did I enter them? Like, what was the reason? Right? So it was probably a high of day, or it was like a previous high. It was probably the previous day high. Or maybe it was some overnight high. Yeah, we need to work on that. Why did you... I mean, I entered it a low, that's good. Plenty of people. Considering at this point, if I would have just put all my money in SPY, sat on it for 3 years, I'd have more money than what I'm doing now. So, would I do this again? I don't know. Seems like a waste of time. Effort and money. A lot of money. And I'll probably continue this bar down too. This was a big red bar that took out like a... I mean, I did wait for a pullback to some extent. I did wait, but... But anyway, I have to figure out better entry and exit criteria. I guess that's at these, like, why did I enter the trade? Was the reason? Phone. So it looks like I entered 15 or so or 30 minutes after the open. It was positive, everything was probably positive, so I waited my 15 minutes, but that wasn't enough time. This is a really weird pattern, like gap up, gap up. No, it can't do it very well. No, the health app does, but the health app doesn't connect to anything else. Yeah, that's like the one app. There's like 1,000 apps that show up on the Apple Watch. The one app that does not show up is the health app. That boggles the mind. Because I guess the health team didn't want to speak to the Apple Watch team, so... I think the thing about that too is I think I've already activated that. And it keeps saying that I haven't activated it. Like, why doesn't it know that? Yeah, so I don't know why. I could see this trade, so what did I do here? So I waited for this trade. It made a new low, it bounced back up through the V, it didn't make it out of the V. I would probably take this trade again. I don't know what the conditions of the market were that day, like if there was, maybe tech was lower, maybe that wasn't a great reason to get in here, but it was like at the lows from the previous day, it had made a move up. I think I'd probably get back into the trade. That I probably would have done this trade again, for being honest. but I don't know why I got into it. I need more data on that. That's what my other journal is supposed to be for. This just tracks the numbers. Right, that's all the trades. Let's see how it's going. Just filter. Well, it was doing really good in November, and then now it's just not doing anything. It's no longer profitable. Great. Fucking. Back up, okay. Russell and the Dow are up, but peak 6. Expensives, things that benefit from rate cuts, jazz. Fuck. Probably does. My future trade is totally still one trade. Just went in all in on that. Bought in back in April. I do this. I had a bear put in gold? What fucking talking about? What? Oh. Why did I... When would I have ever bought a put spread? I guess I did. I mean, that's what this is showing. That's weird. That's really bizarre. Throw something here. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, 59 months. Let's go. Oh, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Good job. Woohoo! Let's go. IBIT was the best trade, and then it ended up being the worst trade. Thing is, it's like, well, the vertical part of the other. Oh, Chad, I don't know what to do. Finish out this week and then. Right, U.S. sector. At this. Like, have to look it up. So 5 days. Gold is the outperformer. KRE makes sense because sun was up. Minings, materials, financials had a good week. How are they? The financials are up 11%. Gold, your outperformer. Metals. SMH, XLK, XLC. Price there. Staples, real estate, oil and gas, materials. Actually, no, it's consumer staples, biotech, real estate, exploration of gas, and home builders are at the bottom list. It's still gold, the outperformer. gold, KRE, mining, materials, financials is kind of a, haven't seen that up there in a while. That's good. Probably has to do with Fed rate cuts. Let's buy market cap. Best stock of the Tesla. Tesla and Walmart. Let's go. Walmart. Interesting combination. Yeah. Volume. Really good. Oh, so these are all marijuanas. I don't know what. CBD, MD is probably marijuana. Canopy is marijuana. I don't know why this is old meme stock. Rivian, Tesla, Tilray, another American. Don't know what Heartbeat. Don't know what a con. I think I own an E. Why is it? But I think it's already done a reverse split, so it's like we just do it again. Lose my shares like I did with another stock. Let's see, losers on market cap. Nvidia, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft. This is why the market was down. Here we go. If you want to know why the market was down. Oh, all billions in market cap here. Plus they were winners on the year, so market cap. Nvidia, Apple, Google. Yeah, it's all the things that have been top gainers. Top losers in market cap. Costco, Home Depot, Salesforce. Wow, T-Mobile, Pepsi. Some of these you could probably save, some of these probably not. I think Costco needs to, they need to split the stock if they have any hope. I don't know what Nike's gonna do to save the brand. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe buy another brand to go with it? I don't know. I don't know what Nike's gonna do. Some kind of defensive things though, like if you think about it and look at it here. Letting go of the active. Oh wow, Amazon. Third on the year. Huh. Again, kind of defensive. These sort of defensive names. They're all AI plays. Walmart's on there then. Walmart's a win. Nvidia is up 25%. Johnson & Johnson is up, moved up the most on the year. Regenicell Bioscience. Missed that trade. These companies. I think we have to go back to trading penny pumpers. I think that's what this is saying. Look at these companies. So these are the gainers on the year so far by amount gained. These are all biotech companies. Except this, I don't know what this is. Mining company. Text. Newegg. Newegg is up 400%. Is that because we're buying RAM for all of our AI? Why would Newegg be up 400%? Thought the dead man. Oklo, yeah, we heard about that one. They're all whatever. Just gotta follow momentum. I think that's also what it's saying. Gotta follow momentum. That's all that. Gotta follow the momentum. Owlet. Owlet. On this much volume? What? Is this like daily volume? That's an obscene picture. Just like Hell's up 7%. I gotta go back to trading Intel? Guess so. Trade Nvidia. It might not be up 20%. Might be up, SoFi up 7%. Yeah, momentum. I think all it's showing me. Partially, you gotta believe. Maybe some of this stuff continues into the next. Paying attention to monthly gainers, like, be nice to be able to kind of correlate them, like what's showing up multiple. Have that just at your face. So by on the My takeaways are I need. I don't know. Thinking about years. I don't know. But this was the biggest winner and then biggest leak. One half of a trade? Red. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was these call spreads. Call spreads killed me. So the call spreads killed me this year, and then not cutting my losses on Bitcoin killed me. They have lost up front. And it needs losses are winners, smaller losers. But that go. But then also not going against the trend. That's because the call spreads are what. But I think is the call spread. That's what told those are so big. They just killed any losses. This strategy doesn't have a mechanism. Um, it doesn't have a mechanism for bigger wins. You have more. I win. But I mean, the thing is, if I cut call spread or the put spreads at like $50, it's always going to be stopped out. Like, it's always going to be stopped out. But the problem is like I can't. And the 50%, it's like you're never gonna make enough to make up for the loss. I don't think mathematically it will. Like, even if you more, you're not big enough. And so one loss takes out like 5 wins. But you have to have a wide stop loss because otherwise you're just stopped out anyway. Harsh sound. Icky. FedEx. Yeah, totally. A Birkenstock. Mostly Micron, maybe. That might be the kind of the one to watch. Micron, Nike, FedEx. FedEx is always interesting. How that industry is even doing. A better way to ask some AI. I don't trust it. Kind of need to do it day by day and then put it all together at the end. Or there's one thing I follow that they use something, they get it summarized by AI. I can maybe do that too. Put my own spin on it. Summary from something else, and or maybe put a few of them together and come up with a good new reel for myself. Volatility's so low though, it's like for trading next week. Selling premium, I can continue to try that, I guess. Just the risk reward, like putting the stop at like $50 isn't gonna work. Not gonna work with that strategy, but letting it go to 2x your premium, it will take that. And I don't trade enough maybe for it to really show any gains, or you just have to like, and I don't have enough to like cash secure puts on the big industry. So but then there's really not enough time either. Rally, we only have one full week of trading and then two partial weeks. And it's over for 2025 and I have to be out of all positions. Although we gotta follow them up at me here. Maybe I'll just focus on like AI is going anywhere, I think. Maybe there'll be more applications around it. The way it's built, all that stuff might change. So being on the lookout for things that are affected by AI. Metals mining, those types of things probably still in that makes the AI or uses the AI or access. But I think I'll leave it. Remember, this is for educational, informational purposes only, not intended to be advice or. We did get one new sub today. Woohoo! 59 months. That's good. But I'll probably see you here next week, and we'll see how it goes. And have a safe and profitable trading week. Bye bye.